Have you noticed it? The men who truly hold power never rush to explain themselves. They don't justify decisions, compete for attention, or narrate their intentions. When pressure rises, they don't react, they observe. Their silence is not emptiness, it is structure. There is an unwritten law that separates exposed men from protected men. Most never recognize it. Few can carry it. Today, that law reveals itself not to teach you, but to test whether you are built to hold it. Most men give themselves away long before they realize it. They speak to create connection. They explain to appear trustworthy. They reveal plans in exchange for approval. And when respect erodes, when loyalty fractures, when betrayal arrives quietly, they ask the wrong question. They ask who. The correct question was always when. Power has never been built through excess words. Weak men need to be heard. Rare men don't need to be understood. Silence protects because it filters, destabilizes, and exposes. If you still cannot identify who violates this law around you, the test may already be running on you. The anatomy of exposure. The modern world is addicted to transparency. Men are taught that openness equals honesty and vulnerability equals strength. This belief was never designed for power. It was designed for management. In high-stakes environments, transparency is not virtue, it is lack of armor. A man who reveals his internal map hands others the coordinates, his insecurities, his ambitions, his emotional triggers. Silence is not absence. It is discipline extended over time. It is the space where strategy matures. In unstable hierarchies, the man who speaks first exposes himself. Every word carries cost. Every explanation creates leverage for someone else. Men who sustain power understand this without theory. They don't fight for airtime. They observe reactions. Silence does not hide, it reveals. Most men cannot tolerate the void. When a room goes quiet, insecurity surfaces. They joke, they confess, they overshare. They do this to reduce tension, but in doing so, they reduce position. The disciplined man remains still. He lets the silence weigh on others until they reveal themselves. Because under pressure, the first man to speak is usually the first man who lost control. The weight of information. Information is never neutral. It is weight. Some men can carry it. Most cannot. Loyalty almost always breaks the same way. Words escape where silence was required. A disciplined masculine code does not tolerate leaks. Silent power cannot coexist with indiscretion. Trust is never granted, it is tested. And the first test is never verbal, it is restraint. Most men treat information as currency. They trade it for closeness, relevance, or validation. They confuse confiding with connection. But anything traded loses value. A secret used to buy loyalty becomes a permanent liability. Men of position understand this instinctively. They observe what happens after something is shared, not what is said, but what follows. Some grow restless. Some rush to signal understanding. Some repeat what was never meant to move. Others remain still. They guard what does not belong to them, because loyalty is never announced. It is demonstrated through containment. Strategic thinking does not rely on those who perform trustworthiness. It relies on those who act as if nothing was said. The architecture of mystery. There is a quiet law. The man who reveals too much loses position not dramatically, but invisibly. Respect thins, influence dissolves, power demands distance. It demands opacity. When intentions are exposed too early, a man becomes predictable, and predictability is the death of influence. If others know your next move, they have already adjusted. If they understand your motives, they have already neutralized you. Men who shape outcomes move like ghosts, visible only after impact. This is not aesthetic mystery. It is functional restraint. Familiarity breeds contempt. Accessibility erodes authority. The signal never fails. A man without restraint always wants more access than he deserves. He pushes boundaries. He probes. And when given something irrelevant, harmless, or fabricated, he repeats it. Always. Not out of malice, but incapacity. In that moment, clarity arrives. He was never an ally. He was exposure waiting to happen. The shield of restraint. Silence protects because it limits access. Not everyone deserves proximity. Not everyone needs context. Men who move without announcement create impact. Men who announce arrive, expected and diminished. Masculine evolution never happens in public. It happens away from eyes, where discipline faces temptation without applause. Watch how weaker men justify everything. They crave understanding, agreement, validation. That is not clarity, it is insecurity seeking permission. Excess explanation is submission disguised as communication. Men who ask cannot command. The silence before action carries more authority than any explanation after it. Independence is a threat to systems built on approval. A man who does not seek validation cannot be steered. A man who does not explain motives cannot be manipulated. Arguments are negotiable, outcomes are not. The protocol of removal. The test is simple. Share something relevant without framing, without warning, without instruction. Observe. If it returns distorted, expanded, circulated, the answer is delivered. No confrontation, no speeches, only adjustment of distance. Access reduced, presence withdrawn. Quietly, without drama. Male discipline demands this precision. Respect and fear are not the same. Respect is born from restraint, fear from threat. Powerful men understand both, but rely on the first. Restraint builds alliances, threat enforces compliance, and compliance never lasts. Loyalty and betrayal live on the same axis. The difference is silence. Those who guard remain. Those who reveal exit the circle. There is no middle ground. Trust does not crack slowly, it collapses at the first leak. The geometry of the inner circle. The moment to cut is not after betrayal, it is before, when patterns emerge, when information is not respected, when private becomes public. At that point, there is no accusation, no explanation, only gradual removal of access until nothing relevant remains. Under pressure, everything surfaces. Some rush to speak, others wait. Some exploit situations for attention, others stay still. The most effective tests are invisible. Those who fail rarely know they were tested. They only feel distance grow. One day they realize they are no longer in the room where decisions are made, and they never know which word closed the door. Silence does not protect secrets, it protects position. Control of information is control of hierarchy. Ancient masculine wisdom has always understood this. Fewer words, greater authority. Self-mastery as alchemy expanded. Men of real influence do not manage impressions. They manage access. They do not regulate how they are perceived. They regulate what is available to be perceived. This is the difference between social intelligence and power intelligence. One adapts to the room. The other shapes the room by what it withholds. Emotional control is not emotional suppression. It is emotional ownership. A man who reacts publicly hands others a map. A man who contains privately forces others to guess. Guessing creates hesitation. Hesitation creates space. And space is where leverage forms. Every time you explain an emotion, you reduce its power. Every time you justify a decision, you dilute its authority. Men operating at higher levels understand this instinctively. They feel pressure and do not release it outward. They let it compact inward until it becomes direction. This is why silence feels heavy around certain men. They are not empty, they are compressed. The alchemy happens here. Weak men release tension through speech. Strong men convert tension into positioning. That conversion is invisible, but its effects are permanent. This is why men without discipline chase relief, while disciplined men accumulate advantage. The mirror of discipline. Now the mirror turns inward, and this is where most men look away. How many times did you speak because silence felt uncomfortable? How many times did you explain because you feared misunderstanding? How many times did you reveal something simply because carrying it alone felt heavy? Each time, something was lost, not dramatically, quietly. Position eroded, authority softened, respect recalibrated downward. Most men believe their problem is betrayal. It is not. Betrayal is a symptom. Exposure is the disease. Men are not undone by enemies, they are undone by their own need to be seen, heard, and understood. Power does not require witnesses. It requires containment. If you cannot sit with uncertainty without narrating it, you cannot lead. If you cannot hold strategy without announcing it, you cannot command. If you cannot keep your internal state private, you cannot expect external respect. Your life is not a confessional. It is a campaign of positioning. And campaigns are not won through disclosure. They are won through timing. The unseen hierarchy. Hierarchy does not announce itself. It reveals itself through behavior under silence. Observe carefully. The men at the top speak last if at all. They do not fill gaps. They let others do it for them. They do not explain standards. They enforce them quietly by adjusting access. They do not threaten. They reposition. The men at the bottom talk constantly. They explain. They justify. They seek reassurance. They believe volume equals presence. In reality, volume signals instability. The more a man speaks about his intentions, the less authority those intentions carry. Silence is the clearest indicator of rank. Not forced silence, not awkward silence, controlled silence. The kind that does not need to be filled. The kind that makes others adjust their tone, their posture, their words. When you understand this, rooms change around you without instruction. Conversations recalibrate. People reveal more than they should. And you reveal nothing at all. The law of long position. There is a reason powerful men think in years while others think in moments. Short-term men spend information. Long-term men store it. Short-term men seek advantage. Long-term men build alignment. Short-term men talk themselves into relevance. Long-term men wait until relevance arrives uninvited. The discipline of silence is not about secrecy. It is about time preference. Men who speak too much live in the present. Men who hold silence live in the future. They are not trying to win the moment. They are positioning to own the outcome. This is why rare men often appear detached. They are not disengaged. They are invested beyond the horizon most men can see. Final verdict. Men who understand do not announce. They do not ask. They do not explain. They move in silence and let impact handle the rest. While others speak, they advance. While others justify, they reposition. While others seek recognition, they secure leverage. The law does not warn. It does not negotiate. It observes. Those who sustain silence remain protected. Those who leak disappear into the noise they created. So decide carefully what you release. Because once spoken, power never returns intact. Stay alert. More laws operate here, and all of them demand the same price. The discipline to remain silent when everything inside you wants to speak.